Good evening and welcome back to day 2 of the 2022 Seybert's Michigan Open at the Kellogg Arena here in Battle Creek. Our next match is between Thorsten, the Hitman Hohmann, and Mason Cook, nicknamed the Stone Mason. Well, I'm looking forward to this one. Thanks to our sponsors and partners for making this event happen. Seybert's, Predator Cues, CueSports International, WPB and US Pro Billiard Series partners Kamui, Alpha Coin, Jam Up Apparel, and Medea Light. Okay, the game is 10 ball, 2 races to 4. I'm Mark White, it's Call Shot, and calling the shots with me in the booth for this one, fresh from nearly beating Fedor Gorst in a shootout, is Tony Robles. Hello, Tony.
How you doing, buddy?
Very good. I watched that shootout. We could talk more about that a little bit later on. Thorsten has won the lag and will break off. Let's have a look at this break, Tony.
I noticed that some players are going to the corner break this event.
And it's working.
It's working, yeah. Well, it worked the first one.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. Yeah, Jason Shaw was breaking from that side. And was breaking very, very well indeed. Had a lot of success with it. Maybe Thorsten was watching it. I know you players watch how tables are breaking.
Oh, yeah. Well, Federer, in our match earlier, he broke from the corner. I don't think he ever made a ball in the break.
Really?
So then eventually he went to the eventually he went to the center and pocketed some afterwards.
And what about yourself? Where were you breaking from?
I was breaking from the middle, and I was making balls on the break. I think eventually that's why he switched there. I won the first set 4-3. We made a couple of mistakes we normally don't make. But in the second one, he came back with a vengeance, and he beat me 4-0. And then we had the shootout, and we'll talk about that some more later.
Yeah, I think it's an unfair advantage watching your opponent break. I think you should have to wear a blindfold. Your chair should turn round as your opponent breaks, so you don't know where he's breaking from.
I see this 5-ball here. The 5-ball skidded on Thorsten last night in the same exact pocket.
Yeah, well, that's something else we want to talk about as well. The theory behind what causes kicks, or skids, as you call them in pool. So this is an impressive start from Thorsten, the Hitman. And his opponent, nicknamed the Stone Mason. Well,
I got to know Mason a bit. He's a good kid. And he's a hell of a player, too.
Well, Thorsten will be looking to bury him in this one, in the nicest possible way, of course. And a very quick start from Thorsten Hohmann, taking the first rack. So just to go through the rules very, very quickly for you guys, there is a 30-second shot clock. Each player gets one extension of 30 seconds per rack. You get 60 seconds after a break or a push out. We're playing 3 foul rule. So should you hook your opponent, there he is, look. He's still loving it, still practicing. I'm not sure how old he is now, but Hall of Famer, of course. Recently inducted last year, I believe. Thorsten Hohmann.
Very well deserved.
Great straight pool player as well, isn't he?
I think one of the greatest of all time.
And there is Mason Cook. Here we go then, rack number 2. Look at them eyes of a hitman.
They made the one on the side, but see the difference there is he didn't hit the one dead square. He cut the 1 ball.
Has he got a shot on the 3?
He has a shot on the 2.
Where's the 2? Oh yes, sorry. I thought he made the 2. Yeah, he's got a shot on the 2, as you say. Wow. Possibility of another break and run here, but how does he get... Well, how do you fancy the...
He can go back and forth and play the 3 in the upper pocket, or he can try to go in between the 3 and the 5 and play the 3 in the same pocket. It all depends on the angle that he has and which shot he feels most comfortable with. He looks like he's going to go with the outside spin.
Yeah, look, lots of outside. Look at the amount of left-hand spin he's putting on that.
See, same pocket, 1, 2. came a little short, but he might be able to use a 9-ball as a stopper here. I don't know. I don't think so. No, I don't think he's going to cut this in. I think he's going to play safe.
You think so? I think he cuts this in, Tony.
It looks like a pretty. I'm looking at it from the other angle. It looks like a very, very deep cut.
He doesn't know. He's tempted, isn't he?
I think he's going to put him underneath the 4. Unless he wants to put the 3-ball 2 rails in front of the 5-10 and lead the cue ball up, Tom.
Just beyond the 9, so. Even. Look. That's okay.
Yeah, no, that's not. That's a good shot. That's a good shot.
What is
Control
it?
that.
What is it, Buddy Hall says?
Always do what's easiest. You know, thing there is when you play a defensive shot like that, if you have someone that's really good at kick safe, it's not a tough shot to hit the 3-ball and leave him behind the 4.
Yeah, he needs to catch this full in the face, doesn't he, and just push it past the 4-ball.
Too much speed.
Too much speed.
Even if he hit in the correct side, I think that was too much speed.
Got the nice spin, but too fast, as you say.
It's going to barely move that 3. Yeah. Barely move it.
Thorsten turning the screw. He's got him in his sights.
And you know what he did there, Mark, which is very important for safeties like that, is he used an extremely short stroke and a very short bridge. That way he limits the amount of power he ends up transferring to the cue ball. It's still possible to hit it hard if you hit it with too much speed, but it's definitely a nice little technique.
Yeah, good point. Cut down the backswing because you can't go back anymore. Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like a putt in golf. You're not going to use a full swing for a putt. Right?
You'd end up killing a few people in the crowd.
See over here, I think he's looking to go 2 rails.
Yeah.
And stop the cue ball there.
Call the side.
And leave while leaving the 3 by the top rail if possible, but calling the side just in case. Rail?
Oh.
Yeah, he hit a rail.
Yeah, he's hit a rail. Yeah.
He left him a shot, though, I think.
Well,
I think he can see. Let me see.
No, he can't, Tony.
No, he can't.
He's got to jump this if he's going to get over it.
Yeah.
And I don't think the rail first is there either, is it? Unless he bends it around it, swerves it around the 9. Yeah, he's going for some right-hand English, spinning it around the 9. Wow, what a shot that was.
Wow.
Did he actually jump over the corner of that?
It looked like he did, unless he could actually see it.
I want to see that again. Yeah, did he?
It's hard to tell.
Oh, that
so
was
fast.
So fast. Slow down, Mason. Slow down.
And don't be surprised if he pockets his tough shot. I watch him play many times. He's a very, very strong player. Very confident, comfortable.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed with what I've seen so far. I haven't seen much of this guy.
Over here, you have to watch the 9-ball if you decide to go 3 rails. You know, I think he can just roll it in. I think that's an easier thing to do. Yeah, it's not like he has a big angle. I think the right thing to do here is just slow roll it. But that's the thing. A lot of players don't feel comfortable slow rolling the ball. Wow, he's going to elevate and go 3 rails.
Oh, he's going all out here. Wow, that's
yeah.
a little bit crazy. Even for me, that's a crazy shot.
Well, it increases the chances of missing the ball anytime you elevate, especially if you're hitting with a lot of speed.
Yeah, plenty going on here. We have 2 tournaments running at the same time, remember. We have the Women's Michigan Open and also the Men's Open.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of other stuff going on around the room, which we'll keep you up to date with as things progress.
So he's going to roll this in. Oof, moved a little bit.
Up off the shot, up off the shot. I noticed that yesterday. You were commentating, I believe, with Tim, and I was sat in the audience watching.
That's always been his nemesis. Thorsten is the first one to say that. You see, no matter how hard he tries to stay down, it's difficult for him. Oops.
Oh. Thought he struck that beautifully. From Germany, of course, but lives in New York.
Mm-hmm. Plays out of Amsterdam Billiards, which was my homeroom for 20+ years. I want to say hi to his special girl.
Have you forgotten her name?
Oh, do you know who she is?
I've met her.
She's a killer.
Sayaka. We got a killer and a hitman together.
Yep.
Could be trouble. Bonnie and Clyde.
Yep.
So, decent start here from Thorsten, but Mason's had his chances.
Yeah, it was a weird rack, but, you know, they're both getting started.
So in it goes. Let's just check on a few other scores around the room. If you want to keep up with the scores and the schedules, guys, stuff like that, the bracket, you can go to probilliardseries.com. That's probilliardseries.com. All the info you need on this event is on there, plus all the other upcoming events. And talking of upcoming events, we do have, well, the next one. Where are we off to next, Tony?
Ohio. Well, I'm going to the U.S. Open, and then from there I'm driving to
Are
Ohio.
Are you playing in the U.S. Open?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know where I'm going?
What was that?
I'm off to Ohio as well. I'm going to Columbus.
Oh, that's great.
I'm going to go and commentate on the World Trick Shot Championships.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
That's great. Congratulations. That's great.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Breaking from the corner. Let's see if this time he cuts a one ball to try to force it in the side, because when he cut the one ball the previous break, the one ball shot straight to the side. Looked like it was going in.
4-railer.
He makes that 4-railer consistently.
Oh, and look at that little nudge on the two. Boys left him nicely on the one. Two into the same pocket afterwards.
It was going straight in before the 4 kicked it. That was something that Tim and I were discussing yesterday, that if you move the cue ball over a bit, it decreases the chances of the 4 running into the 1. Because the 4, when it's in the corner, it always goes 2 rails and hits a 1 on the way to the side pocket.
Interesting. Oh, he's cueing well.
Mm-hmm.
Beautifully played. He wants it to hold up so he can just hold the cue ball for the 3.
Yeah, he's just going to draw it back a little bit.
Well, after that loss yesterday, I mean, he was well ahead, wasn't he? And
he was ahead 3-0 after winning the first set. I believe it was by the score of 4-3.
yeah, and then 3-1 up in the second, right? From memory?
3-0.
3-0 up.
Yeah, 3-0.
But he's bouncing back, as all good pros do.
Don't want to get too straight on that one.
I think he's got a slight angle, has he? Do you know, he might even have an angle here. If that doesn't go, just to run into the 9 and the 6, Tony.
Yeah, or he might have enough room to play the 6 in the top left-hand pocket. But I think just going 1 rail to the center of the table is good.
Oh,
yeah, he had a nice angle.
Yeah, it passes. Good shot. He seems to have hit another gear today, Thorsten.
Over here, I think he wants to play the 7 in the low left-hand pocket, because since he has limited room to fit the 6, you don't really want to hit this too hard. Oh, he can kill it there. Nice. Very nice shot by Thorsten. Now over here you go 2 rails and play possibly 3 and play it in the same pocket as a 7. Always tell people, make sure you hit that third rail just enough to make sure you bounce off it and not end up straight. That's always a key to that shot.
Wasn't it? That was perfect, Tony. Do you know, when I see somebody stroking like this, it makes me want to pick my cue up again. I haven't got mine with me. Can I borrow yours?
Look at this. I think he got a little straighter than what he wanted. He might have to draw back 2 or 3 rails. He's going to have to hit this dead solid. Nice. Very nice.
Like that, you mean?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, hit that great.
Look at that. Couldn't have put it better.
Very nice. Very
and
nice.
This as well. Always makes me sad, you know, when such a great player loses their form. He certainly found some here, though.
Yeah, he overhit that one a bit. He can still make the cut. It's just, you know, working a little harder for it, that's all. Stay focused. He loves these shots.
It's there, and we're not. We're going to go for a quick break, but we will be back very, very soon. And a very warm welcome back to Battle Creek. We're at the Kellogg Arena in Michigan. Thorsten Hohmann is, well, he's on fire at the moment. The hitman is firing very, very straight, and he's looking to kill his opponent here. The stonemason, Mason Koch. Here we go then. Is it dry? I think it is.
Yeah, he's dry there.
Lots of movement on the 10 there. 10 got kicked up the other end of the table. So a shot for Mason.
But you see how he hit the one on the opposite side? On the opposite side, that's why I didn't go towards the side pocket. I think when he hits it dead square or to the left of it, he's making a ball consistently. At least that's how the table's breaking for now at this point.
You say that, Tony. What will make the table break differently? What makes it?
You know, it could be anything. You know, room temperature changes. You have more bodies in here. It becomes warmer. I've always figured that when you are, if the table's humid, it makes the rubber a little harder. It makes the balls bounce more. But we don't have to worry about humidity here. Everything here has been perfect. But I think the way the tables have been running, they've been playing perfect. I have not had a problem with any of the tables that I played in.
Yeah, and you know, you can also, it works the other way, where you can have the best equipment in the world, and a bad table fitter, and it all goes wrong. But we have the benefit of both. We've got the best table fitter probably in the States, Mr. Ernesto Dominguez, who does an absolutely fantastic job.
I don't know about
And
one of the
his team?
best in the country. I think he's one of the best in the world.
Wow.
He always, oh yeah, no doubt about it. I've always considered him among the top 3 best table mechanics ever.
So Fargo rate, transfer his table fitting abilities to a Fargo rate.
850, 900,
Wow,
maybe, yeah.
that's pretty strong.
Oh, look at that.
Didn't mean to hit it dead straight. Thorsten looks a little bit surprised, but he'll take it.
Mm-hmm.
Chance then. 6 balls away from the first set. And you see it was just trying to maybe steal a little bit of angle on the 5 ball. 4 ball rather. So in we go.
Yeah, he can easily play the 8 on the side if he wants as well. Just end up with a slight angle to follow for the 9 ball.
Just finished a bit straight
Oh,
here,
yeah.
Tony.
Yeah, get a little straighter than what he wanted. He might end up going with the corner now that he's straight. There you
Yeah.
go.
Don't get awkward behind the 9 though. Oh,
Well, you don't want
he's
to
okay.
end up on top of Mount Everest is what
Well,
you want.
he's
because-
right on Mount Everest. He's on the peak of it, 28,000 feet up.
Or you end up like that, it makes it more difficult to draw the ball. If he can't draw it here, it's hard to tell. Oh, he might be able to draw it. I mean, he might have to apply some inside spin.
Well, he started well. Let's hope it doesn't go downhill. Oh, he can. He can just get to the edge of the cue ball there. Look, so he's got to change his aim slightly, though.
Mm-hmm. And he's got such great control. I don't think he's going to have a problem really playing
look at
position
this.
on the
Look
ball.
at the way he's played this.
Mm-hmm.
This is vintage, Thorsten
Yeah.
Hohmann.
Oh, yeah.
Vintage. Look at that for a shot. Beautiful.
Very nice.
Fabulous stuff there from Thorsten Hohmann. Takes the first set 4-0. A man on a mission. Let's just go around the room very quickly, bring you up to date with some latest scores. Jasmine Ocean is in action. She's taken the first set 4-1 against Joanne Mason Parker. And they are hill, Tony, in the second set there. Jennifer Beretta. Jennifer Beretta, we love Jennifer Beretta,
Yeah.
don't we?
Very, very
9mm. She's 1 set down to Angeline Tikoalu. And she's also 3-1 down in the second set. So Jennifer Beretta in a little bit of trouble there. Okay, Mason Cook, having lost the leg, of course, for the first set, gets the benefit of breaking first in the second set. We're very fair here, Tony, aren't we, at CSI
Yeah.
and Predator?
Absolutely.
We like to even it out a little bit where we can.
Absolutely. Well, let's see how he hits a 1, and the 4 came back and hit the 2 to the 1.
Yeah, I've got to be honest, that rack didn't look as if it moved very much. Let's have a look at this replay.
You have 8 balls stuck in the little cluster there to the
Let's have a
lower
look at
right-hand
this.
side.
There you see the 3 balls didn't really move.
Yeah, the 7, 10, and the 9.
Yeah.
Well, he has no choice. He has to play it safe here.
Well, look at all these balls in this bottom right-hand
Yeah.
corner of the table. It's like a drill. It's like one of your drills, Tony, that you
Yeah.
do.
Well, you know, that's a tricky part of playing safe. Even with a cluster like this, there's several gaps, and you still have to hit it really good to place it directly behind the ball. He's going to try to do the same thing. Don't go off the 10 and scratch.
Oh, a friendly little tickle
Yeah.
on the 10.
Friendly bumperoni there.
Well, this will take all of Thorsten's kicking skills, this one.
Still, he should call the 4 just in case. But that's a common break, a scratch shot in straight pool. You go off the 10 like that, boom, and scratch in the corner. He just hit it thin enough to avoid it.
Imagine if you're trying to break Jason Shaw's record, you get to 7-1-3.
And that happens.
And that happens.
Came a little short there.
Yeah, a little bit narrow. So a chance.
Oh, and an excellent chance.
7, a little bit awkward maybe. But with the 8 where it is as well, if he can get straight on it into the top right, he should be okay.
Yeah, it's not difficult for him to get to the 3 ball.
Mason is actually from a little town called Appleton. And Darren Appleton actually went there.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah, recently.
Appleton where? In Michigan or Ohio?
Yeah, Michigan.
Michigan. Because I know I met him at Mason last year for the first time. It was either here or Ohio. I don't remember. Because I know he played in I think, all the Predator U.S. billiard stops there last year. All right, so where would you play the 6?
In the side, or in this bottom left-hand corner in relation to where the 5 is. Look, if you can get straight on the 5 into the side, it's a stop shot for the 6, isn't it?
He didn't get where he wanted to. He didn't get where he wanted to there.
Well, I tell you what, he's hooked himself. He's got to get the jump cue out here.
Very nice.
Yeah, decent jump shot. Little round of applause there from.
Not sure if he can cut this on the side. Oh yeah, it looks like he can.
Audience always appreciate a nice jump shot, don't they?
He can cut it in the side, but he still has to manage position on the 6, maybe in the same pocket or in the corner. Huh. He overhit that.
Played it with lots of inside English, lots of left-hand English on the cue ball there.
Believe it or not, I actually like shooting in the lower left-hand corner pocket from this view and playing the 7 in the top right-hand pocket from here. You get natural position that way. You don't have to do anything fancy with the cue ball. You can even hit it with pure follow. Just called extension. Decided to go for the safe. See, if he runs into the 10 and he barely touches it, he might want to play position for the 6 in the upper right-hand corner. But if he can avoid it altogether, that's even better. It gives him a better chance of controlling the ball.
Oh, he's moved it off.
Very
what
nice,
a great shot. Now,
Wow.
any luck? No, it goes into this bottom right. Does it go into the bottom right-hand corner? You're sat behind this one, Tony.
Let me see. The 8 might be on. No, it's not on.
Does the 7 pass the 8? I think it might do. The
Yeah,
9
you might want to
rather.
hit this super thin and play. Oh, he's going to go for the 8.
Yeah,
He's going to go for the 7 in the opposite pocket.
This bottom right-hand corner.
Very nice. It's like you said, this is vintage Thorsten. He made those shots look like hangers always when he was in his prime. And I predict once he gets back into that consistency that he used to have, he's more than capable of winning one of these tournaments. Everyone knows that. Because he has one of the best killer instincts I've ever seen. A
little bit of news for you to give you. Jasmine Ocean and Joanne Mason Parker are in a shootout. Oh, and Thorsten's missed that. Well, he's got away with it though. Yeah, shootout for Jasmine Ocean at the moment.
Are they? Because I see Jasmine putting her cues away.
Well, they must have just finished it then. Perhaps I haven't been updated.
Ooh, nice jump shot, Mason there. Jumped over the 10 ball, made the 9. At least he has, at least he gets to practice somewhat of a spot shot, right?
Yeah, a bit more difficult.
A bit more difficult from where he's at. And makes the actual spot shot look like a hanger compared to this.
Whoa, he went for it full-bloodedly, threw his body at it. Now, has he got safe? No, he hasn't. Chance then.
Yeah, Thorsten's definitely the favorite to make this. Very nice.
He's on a bit of a roll at the moment, isn't he? So
fortunate for Mason, but you know he's had opportunities.
Yeah, young Eric Roberts, who was sent to the one-loss side, has just taken the first set against Guyan Long. 4-2. Matches going on. Savannah Easton, who we saw beat Tonya Weiser earlier on this morning on this very table. She won 4-0, 4-0 on that particular occasion. She's now 3-0 down to Ashley Burrows on one of the outer tables. And the billiard bombshell is in action as well. Emily Duddy won the first set, and Hill in the second set.
Against who? Who's Emily playing?
Emily is playing Alexandra Gulekova.
Gulekova.
Break makes the ball in the corner. I think it was the 6 ball that went. 3 went close. No shot on the 1 though. Well, he got a shot at it, but doesn't go anywhere. Looked like it might have been a combo, Tony, at one stage, but...
Yeah, this shot here, it's a tricky shot because he can't, if you slow roll it, you have to hit absolutely perfect, and even then the 3's going to move. He's going to have to go 2 or 3 rails behind one of those balls in the bottom rail.
Yeah, watch
I mean,
the
if he were to try to hit it straight and shoot the 1 off the 3, there's a good chance the 3 might come off 2 rails and hit the cue ball. So I don't like that shot. I like going around and just stopping the 1 ball there with the 3.
Well, caught it a bit thick.
I mean, that was the idea. But you still have to hit it good.
I think it double kissed, didn't it? Sure, it got a double kiss that. Let's have another look at this. No.
No double kiss there.
No.
He's going to have to play the position for the 2 on the low right-hand side. It's the only way to avoid traffic.
Nicely played.
Very nice. Got a little closer. Did that ball just roll behind the 3 ball?
Surely not, has it? Very unlucky if it has.
I think he can barely see enough to make it.
Toned it in with a little bit of English.
Would like to see the angle on the 3 so I can get an idea of how he's going to get from the 4 to the 5. Because you want to hit it with inside spin. That's the way. That's how I would shoot it. Because it gives you a natural angle. Oh, he overhit it a bit. He overhit it a bit.
Where is he again? He's on top of Mount Everest, Tony.
Mount Everest. He might have to thin this and leave the 4-ball on the bottom rail and send the cue ball hopefully behind the 9. Yeah, I don't know if he get enough power from there. Yeah, that's what he's trying to do, trying to put him behind the 9.
Well, the good matches keep on coming. Coming up after this one is Chang Jung Ling versus Sharik Saeed, the man from Singapore, Aloysius Yap's best friend. He will be on this table next at 7, and then at 9 p.m. No Kioi is in action against another legend, a Hall of Famer, a player of the decade, Mika Immonen, the Iceman.
That's a good matchup.
That's
Any idea what's the next TV table match?
The next one is Chang Jun Lin. Do you never listen to me, Tony?
Oh, I do. I'm so focused on the match right now. But yes, I don't like to ignore you. You're my pal. Which, by the way, I can't see the comments, but thank you to everyone for tuning in. But I think Mark, in my opinion, is one of the greatest commentators in the planet. And I mean it when I say that. So
you're just
please,
being nice.
Please go ahead and leave a comment if you agree.
Well, you can't see me, guys, but I'm actually blushing now.
Nice speed there by Mason. So do you run into the 10 and try to hit the right side to straighten out the cue ball, or do you draw? Oh, you might be able to hit it thick enough to just draw it a bit.
Yeah. I don't mind going off the rail.
Well, you got to be careful not to run into the 10.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, as long as you don't run into the 10, you're good.
This match isn't over yet. You can win the first set 4-0. Lose the next one 4-3 and go to a shootout. That's the beauty of this fantastic format, isn't it?
That's how I almost beat Federer. I won the first set 4-3 and lost the second one 4-0. And I missed the first 2 spot shots. He made the first 2. Then I made the following 2, and he missed the final 2. Then he made the first one in sudden death. I made mine. Then he missed his second one in the sudden death, and all I had to do was pocket mine to win the match, and I missed it. And then he made his.
Yeah, drew quite a crowd as well around that table. We were all filming it. I went Facebook Live. Melina Mike went Facebook Live. Esteban Robles went Facebook Live. Meanwhile, we're on YouTube Live here. Billiards TV. And a nice clearance there, gets a nice round of applause. And that's his first rack on the board. And we're going to go for a quick break, guys. We will be back, though, we promise, very soon. And we are back. The players aren't back, so it gives us the chance to have a look round this wonderful Kellogg Arena, called the Kellogg Arena, because this is the little town where they grow all the lovely wheat and crops that make your breakfast cereal, cornflakes and Weetabix and all those lovely things. Do you have Weetabix here, or Wheatos you call them, or something?
Yeah, world famous Kellogg's cornflakes. That's what I ate growing up as a kid.
And what are you eating right now?
Honey bunches of oats, multi-grain Cheerios, and a Special K with chocolate pieces.
And there's the Arcos II balls, the Predator Arcos II balls, of course, with all the reflection of the Predator Arena lights on them. Doesn't that look wonderful? What a glorious shot that is. 5-9-3.
Yep.
One on the spot. 10 behind it. That's what we're playing. 10 ball, 2 races to 4. Thorsten won the first one, 4-0. We're at 1-1 here in the second set. Mason, Cook breaking off, hoping to take the lead in this match for the first time.
Didn't quite make the 1 ball, but
he's made the 8 and the 9 now. Look, last ball's rolling. Has he got a shot on the 1? He certainly has. Well, look at this, Tony.
Yeah. No, he hit them solid. He hit a little bit to the left, but he hit him solid. That's why he got rewarded. He noticed that.
I mean, okay.
Thorsten's been having success from there, and that's why he's been breaking there as well.
I don't like using the term roadmap, but on this occasion, you don't need to ask Alexa the way here. It's pretty straightforward, isn't it?
Ooh, he overhit that, though. He overhit that. I'm pretty sure he didn't want to end up there.
Yeah, now he's got to get some action on that cue ball. Low left. Spin it round.
A little bit of heavy lifting here. Yeah.
Unnecessary.
Unnecessary heavy lifting. But the question is, can he go between the 4 and the 6, or does he need to go between the 4 and the 10? It all depends where he hits the cue ball.
Oh, look at this.
Between
look
the
at
4 and
this.
the 6.
Where's the cue ball? He's had it. He's okay.
Yep.
Absolutely perfect. Has he got any angle on the 3 ball? Didn't quite see the end of the shot. We'll soon know. I think he's finished perfect on this, you know, even with the right angle. And he has, Tony, look.
Yeah, I mean, he might have to draw here with low left. Let's see. Oh, he can stun it. Is he shooting the combo? Okay, so he's going to shoot the combo. So he needs to manage the speed of the 4, make sure he ends up with a shot.
Yeah, and potentially, if this is as straight as I think it is, could end up making the 7 as well. Oh, he's okay. The 4 as well, I meant. That's okay.
I mean, he has an extreme angle here. So the question is, can he control it enough to get up there for the 5 while, you know, avoiding running into one of those balls?
Potentially could run into the 5.
I mean, even if he hit it with low left, he has to be careful not to scratch.
Playing safe. Playing the safety shot.
But, you know, we've spoken about that before, Mark, where, wow, he hit that good. That little bumperoni helps slow the 4 ball down. But Mark gets a kick out of my choice of words.
Bumperoni. Oh, you know me. I just love words. I'm always making puns. And
see, look at that little bumperoni. Beep.
Just
enough to slow it down, right?
Yeah, it might have gone into the side had it not, you know. It was on its way to the side pocket.
Very nice hit.
Great
hit. Very nice hit.
Look at this behind the 6 ball as well. Is it going to make it?
I think he got him.
Well, I'm right behind the line of this. There's 3 of us. There's Mason, Cook, John Lehman, the referee, and me. We're all in a line there having a look.
He can either kick 2 rails and call the 4 on the side, or hit the 4 and try to run into the 5 to slow it down.
Raise
the masse, right? Try to run into the 5 to slow it down a bit, but he hit the 4 too hard, though.
It seems like we haven't seen Thorsten for quite a while. We're going to see him now. Can he knock this in? Has he got a slight angle where he can run off this back rail? Might just have. Other than that, it's a deep draw shot. It's a deep draw. Watch this. Hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Oh,
nice.
how well did he hit that?
No.
No.
Oh, no.
He's
Okay,
walked away from the
no.
table. He knows it's in.
Oh, no.
My word.
Wow.
Oh, I felt his pain. You cannot hit a shot better than that.
Wow. I don't even know if he can scratch if he tried. Wow.
Well, you try that shot in English billiards and you'd never make it.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a massive opportunity for Mason now.
It's a bit of a bittersweet feeling, that, isn't it? Because you know you've cued that absolutely beautiful, so you feel good. And then you get the scratch, and it sort of puts you on a bit of a downer. But you can walk away with it thinking, well, I cued it really nicely. I know if I get another chance, I can still cue well.
I know if I get another chance, may God have mercy on your soul, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So this one will hurt a little bit, but he's been there before, Thorsten. He's been around the block.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when we're at this level, Mark, I was discussing this with someone earlier, that one of the hardest things for me to learn in this game was to learn how to let go of a mistake. I actually found that tougher to learn than pretty much any shot on the pool table.
So let's talk about that a little bit. How do you get it out of your mind? Because, you know, as hard as you might try, it's still there. So how do you deal with it?
You get better at it as you practice it. You have to practice it over and over. And I ask myself two questions whenever I get to that point. Tony, do you really want to win? If the answer is yes, the second question is, Tony, do you want to win bad enough that you're willing to go through whatever you have to go through?
Sorry to interrupt you. Sorry to interrupt you. What is going on there?
I don't know. What is that?
Has his cue just got married or something?
That's very interesting. That's very interesting. But getting back, the second question is, do I want to win bad enough to the point where I'm willing to go through whatever I have to go through, even if it means forgetting about the mistake I just made? And if the answer is yes, I'm ready to win. But you have to. It's a constant battle that you fight against yourself, and the more you do it, Mark, the better you get at it. Because when you're at the elite level, the level of focus has to be as high as possible, and the players that are able to let go of a mistake maintain that level of focus at that level. Whereas if someone misses a shot and they don't have the ability to let go of that mistake, it takes a sharp dip, and they're fighting an uphill battle to get it back up to that level.
What was that on his cue?
I have no idea.
I've got to ask him.
Did his cue get married?
Well, it's either that or he had a new tip and ferrule put on by the worst cue technician in the world. Now, is he thinking of playing the 7 combo? Is he going to try and get a hook? What's he playing here?
Man, I mean, I kind of like if he can get past that 7, draw behind the 3 ball just slightly and send the 2 ball 3 rails. Right?
Like that.
But I think he might have overhit it.
I think he's...
And it's not so much that he overhit it, he overdrew the cue ball.
Yeah. And a chance here for Thorsten. Now, is he going to draw past the 5 ball? Come 2 rails.
He's going to come off 1 rail and try to play it. Oh no.
Wow.
Wow. Listen, I'm super close friends with Thorsten. We know each other a long time, and it's just we all have our demons that we have to fight, man. And he's fighting right now.
During the Jason Shaw John Mora match, I stood watching with Jasmine Ocean and Kelly Fisher, and we were having a discussion about how different nations control their emotions and how many show their emotions. And they were saying about how Europeans are much more kind of animated, shall we say, when they miss. You know, you can see that they're angry. A little bit of anger comes out. And Kelly was saying that she absolutely loves that in a player, because it shows that, you know, you're accepting that you've made a mistake, you're upset, and you just let it out, and that helps you to let it go.
Absolutely.
Which is a little bit like what you were talking about.
Wow. Man, look at that shot. I mean, he had to hit that absolutely perfect.
It was risky, wasn't it?
Yeah. Look at that view.
You know what else makes this game so great to watch on TV is the colours.
Especially when you're watching it in 4K. This is the 4K, I believe.
Yes.
Wow, look at that shot. Look at that shot, Mason. That was one hell of a shot. Ball just keeps going.
Great kick shot.
See, if he decides to, I mean, he can play it safe, run it into the 6, either cue ball, or he can try to go for the 3 and double kiss a cue ball. But if he just runs it to the 6 and just taps it lightly, super lightly, not too hard, not too hard.
Yeah, he's gone too hard.
Because the problem is that you set yourself up if you let him see the 3.
And look at this, guaranteed hook behind the 6 ball here.
I kind of like moving the 6 ball in front of the side pocket, so if I get ball in hand. I know he was trying to block off the rails, but if you move the 6 ball a little closer, it makes it easier to get to the 6, because I don't think the 6 goes past the 7 ball.
No, it doesn't. There you see tables in the background.
Very nice hit.
So much going on in this Kellogg Arena in Michigan.
He left them a little bit over the ball.
Benny Mata and Dan Nichols, if you come to the front desk.
Might have just caught some announcements. That's the Michigan State Championships going on at the moment, the BCA CSI League Championships.
See him go up and down without running into the 10 ball, hopefully. Boom.
Oh, he's put it back on the spot almost. Well, this is nasty, isn't it?
Oh yeah. If he banks it one rail, he'll play position. I've seen him bank this ball many times. He likes these kind of shots. But if he's cutting it in, he's going to have to go around the world. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He just Buddy Hall. Do whatever's easiest, right? Even if you don't put it behind the ball. Very smart shot.
Or has he left a combo on the 5?
I think he left an easy return safety on the 5. Banked the 4 one rail and had the cue ball follow up and come underneath the 5. Oh, wow.
Oh, he's caught the 5 with the 4. That's a bad mistake.
I didn't think he needed to cut it that much, though, in order to play the safe. He didn't need to cut it that much. I know he didn't mean to, but see, he's thinking, man, if that 8 ball weren't in the way, I could end up with a perfect position on the 5 to go right in between the 6 and the 7.
Nicely played. Nice angle.
Well, he was hoping to get a little straighter on the 5, so that way he draws it in the straight line towards the 7. That's what he was trying to do there. So the question is, can he stun follow it with a lot of left and go between the 6 and the 7 without touching the 8, or is he going to draw it for the bank? But you see, when I mentioned earlier, when he played the safe on the 3, if he hit it with a little more speed to bump the 6 in front of the pocket, he wouldn't have to worry about the bank now. Not that he can't make the bank, it's just a little tougher, that's all.
Yeah, there was an error on the scoring earlier. Jasmine Ocean did, in fact, win 2 sets 1-0, so that's
Oh,
why you
okay.
saw her putting her cue away,
Okay.
Tony. Angelina Yannick has just lost to Kim Newsom on a shootout 3-2.
Wow.
They are exciting, aren't they?
Oh, yeah.
You know more than most.
Well, you know, it brings a lot of attention to the game. It brings a big crowd. You saw the crowd that was there.
When do you play again, Tony?
I play at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
And do you know who yet?
No, I do not.
Okay. Meanwhile, looking to go on the hill, Mason Cook.
Uh-oh. For a second there, I thought he was going to scratch.
The stonemason looking to make a grave for Thorsten, the hitman.
Ooh. For a second there, I thought he missed that.
Ooh. Just talking about shootouts, we're moving closer and closer than ever to a shootout on this one. Mason Cook now on the hill in the second set, having lost the first. Just helping our referee, and there we see Thorsten. I wonder how many balls he's potted in his lifetime.
God knows.
Yeah, it's lovely to see, isn't it? And there's, you know, great to see Karen Kaur back again, and there's a brilliant match in store I've just heard about. Karen Kaur will be playing against Amber Chen, the winner of the Canada Open.
Oh wow, that is a great match.
Yeah, I hope that's going to be on the TV table at some time. I'm not sure whether it's today or tomorrow. We've already got our schedule for today, of course. So Mason breaking off for the set to force the shootout.
And the one ball went above the side pocket. He pocketed the ball, but does not have a shot on the one.
Coming up after this, guys, Chang Jun Ling is up against Singapore's Sharik Saeed. An interesting point about Sharik Saeed. From Singapore, Ronnie O'Sullivan. Everyone knows Ronnie O'Sullivan, of course. If you're a CueSport lover, how can you not know the Rocket? Well, he's just opened a snooker academy.
That's what he has on his sleeve.
Singapore, yeah, exactly. The Ronnie O'Sullivan Snooker Academy. And Sharik Saeed is the main coach for that in there.
Oh, that's great. That I did not know.
Oh, I come up with something valuable every now and then.
Every now and then, every day.
Now, I think you're having a go at this. He wants to have a go at this. You can see it in his eyes. Well, you've known Thorsten a long time. I want to know, because he seems a very quiet and reserved man to me. Is he like that when you get to know him as a friend? Is he still pretty reserved? Is he more fun? Is he a bit of a party animal maybe and on the quiet?
No, I mean, he's always been reserved, but, you know, the closer you are to him, of course, the more you guys talk and stuff like that. It's great. We have great conversations.
Come on, tell us a secret.
No, it's like last night we were talking about the skid that he had that cost him the match.
Oh, on the 5-ball yesterday.
And Tim suggested that skid sometimes happen because of a bad stroke. And I said, I don't believe it's possible for a ball to skid just because you use a bad stroke, like a poke stroke or something, to say, for example. So I spoke to Thorsten about it, and Mika, they were right here next to the arena, And they looked at me like I'm crazy just for even saying that. So Mika comes up and he says, out of nowhere, we must have laughed for like 20 minutes. He says, so let me get this straight. When you hit the cue ball, before the cue ball reaches the object ball, it sends a message to the object ball letting the object ball know that he just used a bad stroke, so it's time to skid now. I mean, I don't get it. I'm sorry. I did call Dr. Day before this match took place to ask him to send me some info of videos that he's done because, you know, I said I have to see scientific proof to believe for a second that a bad stroke can actually cause a skid because some people actually believe that, and I don't think it's true. And Dr. Dave agreed with me. He said there are certain speeds that you can hit the ball with or spins that might cause it, and obviously the softer you hit it, if the balls are dirty, it will skid. But it's if the balls are dirty. But he did agree that he doesn't think it's possible that an actual bad stroke can cause a skid.
Well, you do know that some people think that balls are flat as well, right? So.
But I love what Mika said, that this cue ball sends the object ball signal, letting it know, hey, bad stroke, time to skid.
Punish him for a poor stroke. Back to the game then. Thorsten on the 3.
Oh,
Nicely on the 3. Yeah, you know what he's got to do here,
perfect,
don't you?
of course.
Go on, I'll let you take the glory.
Yes,
Go
it's
on.
a straight pull is a straight pull. He's going to end up getting a little straight on the 5, but it doesn't matter. He needs to hit this on the thick side, though.
Draw into that.
That way he
9.
maintains the cue ball there.
Oh, he's missed it.
Yep, he missed it. He cut the 3 too much. So he'll still have another opportunity with the 6. He can go one rail.
Look at this now. This is almost a mirror image of the shot he played.
That's right. But this is another straight pull shot here. If he ends up with the cut shot on the 6 and he hits the 7 will go off the 9 ball tangent line towards the left-hand corner pocket. So you don't have to hit it hard at all. Ooh, he hung it. He hung it up.
Yeah, that reminded me of the 4 ball he had when he scratched. Remember that one a few racks ago? Well, he looked so good at the beginning. I mean, that wasn't a bad stroke, but maybe his old nemesis came back to bite him there. A little bit of a jump up on the shot. Now it's Mason Cook's problem, though. The stone Mason.
I wonder if he's thinking of hitting this on the thick side and running into the 9-7. I kind of like shooting the 6 to break that up, simply because if I don't hit it, I can always figure out a way to play a safety or a defensive shot.
He's got to play it here. Draw off of this.
He has to hit it full.
Wow.
See, he hit it too thin.
Yeah.
Look at that. Wow.
Wow.
What are the odds of that, though? You hit the only ball you hit ends up stopping right in front of the ball that you shoot next. It's crazy. That's why this game is nuts. I mean, look how look. He could probably shoot that 100 times, maybe 100,000 times, and not do exactly what he did there.
What about the Z shot here? He's going to go one route. Well, he's got to watch the scratch here, surely.
No, he's going to try to hit the outside of the 6, so that way he'll put it by the 8 ball. See, right by the 8 ball. Look at that. Look, he hit it beautifully.
Wow.
Wow, you had to hit that great. Thorsten has an opportunity here, if he can see the 6, to leave the cue ball on the top, the 6 ball on the top rail, if he can see it, and then try to break up the 7 and the 9 a bit. He said, let me just give him the distance. Let me give him the distance.
Yeah.
Only thing with that shot is you leave an easy safe behind the 8. I'm pretty sure he was hoping to put the cue ball a little closer to the center diamond. There's the shot that I spoke about.
Well, the man you sent to the one-loss side, Houston Rodriguez, remember him, Tony?
Mm-hmm. Hell of a player and super nice guy.
Well, he must be some hell of a player. He's just won the first set 4-0 against Lance Cowers. Eric Roberts has taken the first set 4-2.
Is he going to go one rail here? You got to go one rail.
Wow.
I was going to say you don't want to risk breaking that up if you go 2 rails and miss a 6 ball entirely. But unfortunately for him, he still managed to hit the 7 and 9 despite the fact that he went 1 rail.
Great hit. Oh.
That might be it right here. He has an opportunity to force a shootout here. Mason does.
Well, if your friends and family are outside playing in the garden or whatever they're doing in another room playing on their PlayStation, we could be in for a shootout. Go and get them, grab the kids, tell them to come and watch the excitement of a shootout. And you have to say, Thorsten's record in shootouts aren't brilliant. Lost in one in the World Team Championships against the Philippines in the semi-final.
Oh, look at that. Did it? Oh, okay. For a second there, I thought I was going to get away from him.
Lost another shootout. Was it a shootout yesterday, wasn't it? Against Moritz Neuhausen, his fellow countryman. Could this be another one? Looking likely, Tony.
I think he's got it played in the same pocket, Mark, unless it goes in the side pocket. Oh, look, look,
wow,
look, look.
How far has he missed that by?
Wow.
Oh, he's got away with it, though. But Thorsten will be pleased that he didn't run the table there. You know, so many people get angry when their opponent misses
And leaves
doesn't
them
and leaves them not on.
I'm grateful that I still have a shot.
Absolutely, that's
Yeah,
the
for
attitude. That's the way to think of it. Well, he's a little bit short of pace, is he? No, he's got there. Good shot, Thorsten Hohmann. Pressure now back on Mason. This is to-in and throw-in. This set. He's got to get a lot of spin on this.
Well, you got to call it in the corner just in case you make it. Did he call it?
Yes, he's called it.
Yeah.
Top right-hand corner. Wow.
Whoa.
He hit it too up the side. The English just wouldn't take at that speed.
Got to be careful. Thorsten is more than capable of running out two and out.
Yes, a ball in hand, Tony.
I find that shot so interesting because most players would shoot that with follow and hit the long rail and go towards that 9, where he chose to do just a straight up stun. As I said before, he's more than capable of running 2 racks and out.
Yeah, this match not over yet. We've seen it many, many times before in this Pro Billiard Series, and we have more to come this season for the Pro Billiard Series. We have Ohio, which is coming up very soon.
I'm looking forward to Ohio. I'm assuming you're going to be in Puerto Rico too, right?
I am. I'm going to tell you more about that when we come back after a quick break, Tony. Just like that, we're back. We told you we wouldn't be long. We're men of our word as well, aren't we, Tony?
Yes, we are. Especially you, Mark. You always keep your word.
So still on the hill.
Let's see where that one goes.
Oh, it just got a slight kiss on it. It was on its way, but it's going to be dry. Now then, first thing he's going to look at Has he got a shot on one of them? I think so. Or has he, Tony?
He might be out from here, Mark.
He can get past the 3 ball. Yes, he can. Look.
I mean, the 2 to the 3 and the 3 to the 4, 4 to the 5. It's like connecting the dots.
I used to play that as a kid, dot to dot.
Well, connecting the dots is a lot easier when you have the numbers on them. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Much easier. It's like painting by numbers. Next up is the red one, the number 3. And the purple 4.
He overdrew that a bit.
Do you like a purple 4 or a pink 4, Tony?
As long as the 5's not purple, I'm okay with either.
Well, it's not purple 5, it's the orange one on this occasion, which will please Tony. It'll please Mason as well, because it's right over the hole. It's called a Mark White special.
I think he went a little more angled there. He's going to have to follow it. Very nice. Very nicely controlled. This might be it for the shootout, Mark.
Well, you got to feel a little bit for
Uh-oh.
Thorsten.
The ball slid there a little bit. Just needs to keep his fundamentals together and not panic here. Just focus on hitting the spot.
Just cast your mind back to that amazing 4 ball Thorsten potted, drew back the length of the table, scratched when he would have been perfect on the 5. It could have been a different story. But then lots of if, buts and maybes. The fact of the matter is,
very nice.
he's just 1 ball away from forcing a shootout here. Well, Thorsten took the first set 4-0. It's gone to 3-4-2 in the second set. So we have a shootout coming. Right, so let's quickly explain the shootout. The 10 ball will be placed white side up on the place where it's racked in the rack, not on the actual spot, as the graphic there shows. Look, just behind the spot. 4 innings each. Thorsten won the lag, so gets the choice of going first or second. He's chosen to go first. He can also choose which side he wants to start from. So he's choosing this side left as we look, and he has to play the 10 ball into the bottom right, of course. And then Mason will play from exactly the same side, and then they will switch sides each innings. And if scores are level, oh, nice shot. If scores are level after 4 innings, we then go to sudden death. And the guy sitting next to me, Tony Robles, knows all about that. So maybe just describe, Tony, how both players will be feeling right now.
It's a lot of pressure. It's definitely a lot of pressure because sometimes you can miss a couple and still win, but other times all you need to do is just miss one and you lose. You know, like my shootout earlier today with Federer, I missed the first 2 and he made the first 2, but then I made the following 2 and he missed the last 2. That's why we wound up going to a sudden death. And as I stated earlier, he made the first one a sudden death. I made mine. He missed the second one, and I missed mine to win the match. And then he made the third one in sudden death, and I missed my final one.
You're not going to let that go, are you? You're going to be talking about that forever.
Yeah, I lost. Yeah, I can tell everyone I lost by about an inch. That's how much I missed the ball by. I lost by an inch.
So
it was a lot of fun, though.
Yeah, I saw you having fun, both of you. There you see, 1 shot each, 1 successful pot each. Thorsten switching over to the other side now. Oh, he's missed it. Just a little bit stabby, I thought.
You should see take a look at my post on Facebook. I posted a picture of me pretending to knock out Federer. And Federer's going like this. Told him I'll knock him out next time.
Well, if you can't knock him out on the table, it doesn't mean to say you've got to try and knock him out on the chin.
In the sport of boxing, they always say that power is the last thing to go.
Mason
right.
Cook. Serious business. Oh, he's missed it as well. So we're level. One success each, one failure each. Third innings, we now go back over to where they started, to the left-hand side as we look. Mason taking a little mint there, having a little stretch.
So Thorsten is back in it.
Yeah, one point I didn't bring up about the shootout, of course, is the fact that they're still on a shot clock.
For the TV table, yes.
And no extension, of course. Perfectly played. Cue ball finishing absolutely perfect as well for that particular shot, the way he played it. Here we see the replay. Still got up just slightly, doesn't he? Just can't help himself, can he?
That's why he's disappointed, I can tell.
Two 2-1. Oh, he's missed it. Now big advantage, Thorsten Hohmann. If he can make this one, then Mason must make his. Missed it thin twice now.
Actually, if Thorsten
makes it, that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
If Thorsten
he
makes it,
he wins,
it's
because
over. I saw the look on your face then thinking, what did you just say, Mark White?
Yeah, no, I did. I was waiting for the
Yeah.
score to come back on the screen so to confirm it.
To win the match, Thorsten Hohmann. Oh, he's missed it. I cannot believe it.
Yeah.
And he's missed it thin again. Let's see that one again. What did he do wrong here, Tony? Apart from miss it, of course.
Let me see. Let's look at the stroke. Yeah, he had some movement there.
Movement again.
You could tell he wasn't comfortable.
Bit quick, if anything, as well. Just got a glimpse of Chang in the background there, and he'll be up on this table. He can't wait to get on here. He's going, come on, guys, hurry up. I want to get on there and practice.
Well, the thing here, Mark, is he still needs to make it in order to take it to sudden death.
And he's missed it. Thorsten has won. He goes through. Thorsten has won a shootout. Yes. Well done. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. We'll be back 7 p.m. with Chang Jun Ling in action. Join us back very, very soon. Thank you so much, Tony Robles. I've been Mark White. See you soon.